Hello everybody, I'm iTrueface, and in today's video I'm going to be going over how to use Sedimars effectively in the Loomian Legacy Battle Coliseum. Now, I know y'all have been wanting this for well over a week, almost two now, but let's not pay attention to that, and, let's just pay attention to the information in this video, that being how to use Sedimars. Now, as always, before I get into the nitty-gritty details of the set, I should go over a few things that Sedimars can accomplish so that, you know whether or not you want to put it on your team. But anyway, despite that lackluster 76 range defense you see on your screen, it's actually one of the best, if not the best, range sponges in the game. It could switch in on pretty much, or on almost any ranged attack, soak up the hit, and then paired with its chase down, it can guarantee chip on any range attacker, almost any range attacker, and, have them chip down for the late game. And because of its ability to wall out pretty much any range attacker, but most, not all, that makes it very splashable, can fit on pretty much any kind of team, and, it'll be able to get work done, unless the opponent has like 7 melee attackers, in which case, oof. But anyway, into the details of the set, we have 192 HP. This is just to have odd HP. On the off chance you take Icicle Trap damage, you do take 25% of your health from it, so you'd want to minimize that. Here with the 60 energy, some say 76, and by some I mean like squid. There are awkward situations. I don't know how. I'm not fully sure, but sometimes they end up 2 energy short or something. But 60 energy allows you to do various combinations of moves. It allows you to get 4 chase downs or sharpens with an earthquake and a rejuvenate before you have to rest. Or you can get 2 sharpens or chase downs with 2 earthquakes and a rejuvenate. Or you can get 2 rejuvenates, an earthquake, and a chase down or sharpen. So there you go. The 200 range defense again is just to maximize your range defense and, let you tank the ranged hits. And then the 48 the remaining 48 will just go into your melee attack. I mean, you could put it into melee defense, but there are a lot of melee attackers that could break through you, regardless of whether you have it or not. And I just don't think I don't think it's worth. So I put it into melee attack. But yeah, there you go. For the moves, I've already gone over them with the energy, but Earthquake, Chase Down, Sharpen, Rejuvenate. Pretty much the standard Sedimar set, but there are a lot of tournaments, not all, but most tournaments ban the move Chase Down because of how oppressive that move is. That's a topic for another video, but so if you can't run Chase Down or don't want to run Chase Down, you can sub in Blaze Chomp or Thunder Chomp into that slot and pretty much just do the same thing, but without being able to trap things. Blaze Chomp if you want to hit Plants and Stratosaur, Thunder Chomp if you want to hit Luminami and Stratosaur. Plus, but it all just depends on what you want to hit. But either work just as well as the other, so that's up to you. But yeah, what Chase Down does, and the reason why it's so annoying, is it pretty much guarantees chip on literally any range attacker Sedimars comes up. Okay, I keep saying literally any, but it's almost any. There are some that can break through Sedimars, but it can guarantee chip on majority of the range attackers in the metagame, or just outright remove them. You've got things like Ikazune that can't break through it, Ferroglyph can't break through it, Eliguana can't break through it, Zulon can't break through it, and they all just get chased down when they switch out. And then but yeah, I do want to mention that Chase Down is going to get nerfed in an upcoming update. I can't tell you when, because I don't know. They was supposed these balance changes were supposed to already happen, but when they do happen, it'll nerf Chase Down, in which that it will no longer double damage on a switching target. So unfortunately, you won't be able to just brainlessly chase down and knock everything out. I mean, with Sedimars itself won't mind too much, but you just won't do as much chip on a switching target. That's pretty much it. Anyway, let's go over some team options for this bear. Due to the fact that Sedimars can, just chip pretty much anything in the game, or any ranged attacker in the game, I should say, it pairs really well with late game cleaners, the ones that rely on chipping the opponents down before they can come in and do their thing. So things like Protagon, Zulong, Hunder, those kinds of things. And if you want to form a more defensive core, you can throw an Obsidragon on your team, because Obsidragon handles majority of the melee attackers, and Sedimars handles a majority of the range attackers, and boom, you've got both bases covered. Now, that won't cover everything, but it covers a lot of stuff. So it's a good blanket core, if that's what you're looking for. And then something to offensively check Guardrone is it can break through both Obsidragon and Sedimars. If Sedimars is slightly chipped, it doesn't need much chip, just needs a tiny bit of chip that's not healed off by Rejuvenate. But yeah, you can pair something like Ikazune or Revenine with it that resists those moves. Revenine still takes a butt ton, but it does resist the moves, offensively checking it. But yeah, those are some good team options with Sedimars. Now let's go over some things that can break through Sedimars. Melee breakers, things like Tatab, Garbantis, Mutagon. Despite Sedimars' good base, 98 melee defense, these things can just break through it. Tatab hits for weakness. Garbantis resists its moves and can set up burrows in its face. Mutagon can double its melee attack on command, and then has Frost Punch to break through it. And then we have a special mention to Pincer Trap Terraclaw. While I don't have one myself to show a clip with, it can come in, take resisted damage, and as Sedimars is inevitably switching out against it, it can trap whatever Loomian comes in, allowing for an easy pivot so the opponent can't double out, while you can safely bring in something against it, or against the thing that came in against Sedimars, or against, yeah. You know what I mean, I'm just bad with words. But, yeah, that's what Terraclaw can do. Now, on the range side, there are a few ranged attackers that can break through Sedimars. Chartiki, while it doesn't outright 2-hit KO without Nature's Force, between the Life Drain Recovery, Rejuvenate, and Provoke or Barter, it can keep Sedimars from getting out of control, and chip it down, break through it with Life Drain, and keep itself fairly healthy. While that's not a full-on counter, because it does take a lot of damage from Sedimars if it does get set up, it's still able to threaten it. Another one, Mewtune, it can't outright 2-hit KO it. I mean, it can on if you're really lucky. It's like a 3% chance, I think. I don't actually know. It's very low. With Raging Howl, it can just 2-hit KO it with those low odds. If you chip Sedimars down slightly, that Raging Howl will become a 2-hit KO. And even if you don't want to run Raging Howl, Resonate does enough where it'll threaten Sedimars to start rejuvenating. And because Resonate costs a lot less than Rejuvenate, you're going to win that energy war, and you will eventually break through it. After the Tone Deaf buff, though, Raging Howl has a 50% chance to just 2-hit KO Sedimars, so that's fun. And then another range attacker is Shachi. While it can't outright 2-hit KO Sedimars, if Sedimars does try to swap in against Shachi, Shachi can set up a Peace of Mind, which then it can then proceed to 2-hit KO Sedimars. Sedimars also 2-hit KOs it back, but since it's faster, it would win that. So there you go. Shachi, Mewtune, Chartiki, all decent options of breaking through it. And if you want to throw in a little bit of spice on your team, you can use Cinnamoth. Cinnamoth can't 2-hit KO Sedimars, but it can status it. It resists Earthquake and Chase Down. It is weak to Thunder Chomp though, so be wary. And yeah, it's a very good check, or it's a very fun check, I should say. You can either put it to sleep to break through it. You could poison it to wear it down so it can't wall you out. And then you have Life Drain Recovery to keep the Chase Down from adding up. But again, it's weak to Thunder Chomp, so you got to be wary. But yeah, that's those are some options you can use to actually break through Sedimars. And yeah, that's basically it. Sedimars is not a very deep Loomian to use. There's not too much you need to think about. Bring it in on a range attacker, soak up damage, chase it down, throw in an occasional earthquake to do some big boy chip. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. There is a showcase coming later today, so if you want to be notified on that, make sure you're subscribed and have notifications turned on. Make sure to leave a like if you liked the video, because, well, that helps me, and, you know, lets YouTube know that you liked it, so they tell other people that it's good, let more people watch it. But yeah, that's a very big help to me. Anyway, if you want to get in contact with me, or, you know, be in the know of what I'm working on in the future, I have a Twitter and Discord linked in the description below. You know, check those out. There you go. That's pretty much it for me, though. Hope you all enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in another video. See ya.